Hey, good lookins. We are officially cooking right now. Good evening. It is Sunday, January 5th, 2025. The time right now is 8:03 p.m. and I am here. I made it a little bit tipsy, maybe a lot tipsy. I was just out at the Banknote Bar on the east side of downtown with a friend having a pizza and a beer or two or three. I don't know. I had a few to drink, and I've had a few this weekend in total. So much for dry January. If are you guys participating in that? It's something I've heard a lot of people talking about, and I was just like, let's see how long I could go. And I made it exactly less than 1 week. Exactly less. That's how you do English. Kathleen Doss is here. Sheeta Roberts, Kaplan, Marge, Lisa, West Coast Walker, Medano 1973, Who's Jaw, Canada, Harjot, Mr. Sunjib, Jeanette, I'm already not remembering if I've already read your names. Phantom Canuck, Drew, Costin is here. Wesley, Jennifer Gala. Am I repeating your names already? Whippy Dude, Math Doctor, Michael Mills, everyone, Boom Productions. Thank you so much for tuning in to what I'm sure will be a most forgettable Sunday Night Live. I had everything set up to go live in 4K today, and then I didn't, and I had to like rekey my green screen. It doesn't look quite right, but I think I've sorted out all the webcam stuff. We can say goodbye to the backup webcam here. Sorry, you will only be used in the case of an emergency. Your services were not appreciated because you suck shit. Why is it that the best webcams aren't webcams? Like, literally, if you want a webcam, any camera but an actual web camera is the best camera to use. I don't know. Johnny's Package says, I can't send any super chats. You were timed out before the stream started. I don't know. I'll have to see why, but I mean, if you're poking the bear, you kind of deserve it, I guess. I don't know. Hi to everyone. How are you guys doing? First stream of the new year. And since I've already had a few to drink, we're not going to be drinking anything adult beverage classified related. Yeah, I'm not out of it. But I have this dented can, courtesy of Amazon, of grapefruit bubbly we can drink. And I also have a tea. So cheers to everyone. I'm going to drink my tea with a mix of real sugar and artificial sweetener, because why the hell not? Chris Mills says, why the change to dry Jan? Oh, I'm not changing to dry Jan. Julie says, okay, the slow mode keeps telling me to wait 10 seconds and won't take any posts. You have literally been counting over a minute. That's weird. Maybe log out and log back in. I don't know. Mike T says there were issues in the Action Kid live stream with chats earlier tonight. It seems like it's a YouTube issue. Thanks, Mike T, for clarifying. I've been tuned out of the YouTube world until just now. I made a video today, but that video is going to have to go on the channel tomorrow, and editing that video and getting it ready to go will be a concern for after the stream. Also, I've mounted my webcam now on top of the monitor, so I'm going to have to get used to looking up instead of straight. I don't know if... No, it looks the same. I've got the stream on the big TV, but hopefully things look and sound okay. Next week, I'm going to try to go live in 4K, and I've got some exciting news for the Johnny Strides channel. I did a live stream a few days ago. Let me see if I can... Where the hell did I put my web browser? There it is. I did a stream on the main channel a few days ago. This one. Some food. We've got food on my mind. Where I pushed out 1440p 30. And I got home and I looked at it on the big screen on the OLED TV, and it looked pretty damn good. So guess what I tested today? I tested a 4K 60 frames per second live stream outside, and it worked pretty well. So we're going to try it this week, I think. I think we're going to go live in 4K, not at 30, but at 60 frames per second. And this is going to use a shitload of bandwidth. But I think it's going to be fun if I can get the live stream quality to be like almost on par with the pre-recorded video quality. I'd be pretty fucking happy with that. That's kind of been the holy grail of live streaming for me for a while. Medano 1973, $10 for another dry January beverage. Cheers. Thank you, Medano 1973. Cheers to you. Thank you for the super chat. Jennifer Gala says, that's amazing. Can't wait. Yeah, it's there's like a really awesome developer out there who is working on a project that has made all of this viable. And they've even made it possible to like daisy chain multiple connections together, not just two. Anyone can combine two connections, but like 3, 4, 5 without any additional networking equipment. So it's kind of exciting. We're going to be able to go pretty wild with the live stream soon. I'm looking forward to that. Cynthia Sunflower says, has been the opposite of dry January for me. Let's make that a poll. Are you staying dry in January? Three options, pretty simple 3 options. Just reading some of your chats. Milo's Night, gonna boil some water. I have no idea what that means. Paul Borgato, a lot of times I read chats before I can even get any sense of the context. But Vivian Johnson, $5 to get a drink to wash down the food. Peter Bradfield, as long as you're not food on someone else's mind. Thanks for the super chats during that stream. But yeah, I made that community post. What would you like to see most on the channel in 2025? Higher quality 4K live streams, more non-traditional walking or riding videos. We've already got both of those checked. And I've already got a few ideas for some not walking videos or riding coming up soon. More cities and towns outside of Toronto. I think that's inevitable. More international travel. I don't know if I'll do more than last year, but there's definitely going to be some coming. So I think we're going to be able to hit all of those. But thank you so much to everyone who offered their feedback. Sebastian says typing ASMR. That's why you need a good clicky mechanical keyboard, right? 61% of you would have been dry anyways. 13% of you are going to try. 27% of you say nope. 78 votes already. Holy shit. Randy Ruck says, what's dry mean? Dry means alcohol free. And if you were drinking on New Year's Eve, like after midnight, you get a pass. That doesn't count from when you woke up the next day onwards. It's just something people are doing. I've had some friends talk about it, but nope. I don't think I'm even capable of that. Let's see. And we have 242 viewers. Thank you so much. Friendly reminder to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. If you want to be in on that juicy 4K 60 live stream, I might even try it tomorrow. It depends. If I don't get this video up tonight, I might try that tomorrow. But I think I'm going to skip the 1440p 60 stream. For those of you that are wondering, what the hell am I talking about? 60 frames per second just makes things look a lot smoother than 30 frames per second. 30 frames is fine for a stream like this when you're just sitting there talking in front of the camera, or most of the YouTube and TV you watch. But for anything like fast moving, you want 60. So that's the reason for that. Cynthia says, not giving up your wine. Don't blame you. Drew says, never enjoyed the taste of alcohol or the way it makes you feel, so you don't drink anyway. Cheers to that. I enjoy the taste and I enjoy the way it makes me feel, just not so much the next day or immediately after. I was going to make a video after the bar tonight. I was like, why not? Let's make another one. And I stepped out of that bar and I was like, no, get your ass home. You do not feel good. So yeah, sometimes the after is a bit of a pill to swallow. Julie says that 1440p looked almost 3D at twilight. Thank you, Julie, for the comment. Were you the one who mentioned in the comments that it looked a little bit somebody. I saw a comment. Julie says, I watched in 1440 and it was very good. Looked crisp and the colors were good. However, something I've noticed before when you streamed with the phone, it's on some kind of panoramic setting. I was just using the regular 1x lens on the iPhone 15, so it shouldn't have that kind of warped GoPro look to it. I didn't notice that myself when I went back and looked. Lisa doesn't enjoy killer hangovers anymore. Yeah, hangovers are the worst. Jennifer Gala says, today LG showed the LG G5. It has no MLA. Instead, it has 4 layers of OLED, 2 blue, 1 green, 1 red. It's actually a tandem OLED like the new iPad Pro. It gets about 2,000 nits. Are they still going to be able to make it as razor thin and that is brighter than the MLA? I think that's the name of the game, right? Getting it brighter? That's pretty crazy on that front. West Coast Walker says, Action Kid turned off slow mode because it's causing glitches tonight. Customization, live chat on, live chat replay on, live reactions. Oh, live reactions are those stupid things. Slow mode. All right, guys, slow mode is off. I have turned off slow mode. If you abuse it and spam, you will be scolded. I'm just reading some of your messages. Canada says, for your S24 Ultra, do you stream with 8K 30 frames per second or 4K 6? Nobody out there is streaming 8K. Who even has an 8K display? And almost nobody is streaming 4K 60. And I'm going to be doing that with the iPhone, not with the S24. And the goal is to be able to do 4K 60 or at least 4K 30 with the DJI Pocket. But I have to buy an iPad, a cellular iPad, in order to do that, so I can put it into webcam mode. So that's going to be another day's problem. I don't really feel like going out and buying more equipment right now just for streaming. So we're going to stick to streaming with the phone for the next little while. MOEO says, just catching up on your video games. You so appreciate seeing your artwork in your Toronto Walk intros. Thank you. You know, I've been meaning to ask you, do you want to be credited for that? And like, the comments are on screen. I know you said, you know, this is my gift to you. You're free to use it any way you wish. So I've been using it. Thank you so much for that. But if you want to be, you know, have a credit just to like, you're either just like, thank you to XYZ for the artwork, or if you want an Instagram handle in the description of the video, let me know. You can shoot me an email or just, yeah, don't reply here. I might forget. But if you want that, let me know and we can make that happen. I definitely appreciate it. And maybe I'll commission you, as in pay you to do some more artwork, because that's pretty cool. I definitely appreciate it. And I think the more we have like unique custom stuff, the better it looks. I just suck ass at all of that stuff. I did all the channel art and all my wallpapers and stuff, or not wallpapers, but all the art you see on this channel, except for those very obviously not done by me things, is done by me, and it's pretty amateur. So thank you for that. Muhan says, Johnny, I loved your day in a life video. Thank you, Muhan. But it's really up to Amoyo. If you want it to say art by Amoyo on like the bottom of the screen, I could just put it there on the splash screen too. But whatever, if you want your name or an Instagram handle or something else, a website, I can just link that and give you credit however you wish. Or if you, I mean, it does have your signature on it too, I think. But yeah, I think that was my thinking the first time. Like, well, she signed it. It's there. So everyone who sees it can see she did it. But Eva says, any new merch, Johnny? That's been on the back burner for a long time. Apparently, doing my hair after a shower has also been on the back burner. I literally jumped out of the shower. DJ Belmont says, what's up, Johnny? I turned 22. The big double deuces. Cheers to you. Happy birthday in advance. Ryan says, what was the wake-up sound that you used in the Day of the Life video? That's my alarm clock. Amazon, if you use an Amazon Alexa, one of the options for the alarm clocks are the Grand Tour guys, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, James May. And that, where is it? We can just play that. This one here.
Should we wake them up? Well, they did set an alarm. I hate waking up. And yet, here you are. Oh, come on, stand back, I'll do it. Ready? Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up now!
Alexa, shut the f*** up.
I don't know how well that one played because I didn't have desktop audio on. But yeah, I got that on. If you have an Amazon Alexa, you can just choose that. That is actually my alarm. Obviously, I woke up 10 minutes before this. I had to like set up the cameras and I'm wearing a microphone. I don't go to bed. And I opened up the window so there would be some light. Like, obviously, this is bullshit, but I mean, have you ever seen a video where it wasn't like bullshit? Julie says, cue me running over to Alexa to turn her off. Sorry about that. But like, that is literally my alarm clock. I actually wake up to that stupidly almost every day. Sheena says that alarm was pretty funny. I thought so. I liked it. All right, let's end this poll. 54% of you are going to be having a dry January anyways. 12% of you are going to try, and 34% of you, nope. I guess there should have been an option there for like, I'm not old enough to legally drink, but what Whippy Dude says, I see you changed the Stumbles intro music. Yeah, I got a new music provider. No more free music audio library from YouTube for me, so I just wanted to like make a new intro. That old Stumbles intro has been around forever. So I made a new one. That's all. Sheena Roberts says, I've seen other YouTubers do a day in the life of, but yours was the funniest. I wasn't even trying to be funny. I guess my life is just so ridiculous that that's how it came out. Paul says, I'm too old to drink. There's a solid excuse. DJ asking, how was your New Year's Eve? You guys saw it. We did New Year's together for the most part. After New Year's, I went and I recorded that video, and then I pretty much stopped at a bar quickly and then went home. There was a Go-Go's Soul at the beginning of the new music. Sample. Maybe. Don't you have to pay for samples? It might have been just like a knockoff that sounded like a Go-Go sample. I don't know. But yeah, we've had a pretty good start to the new year. First walk of 2025. Then I had my vlog and then a ravine walk. Something a little different. We went through an aquarium today. Yesterday was just a walk to get to a spot where I could do a live stream. Cam says your home gym setup is so cool. A lot of people have been asking me about that. I've already shown it on stream before, but this is what I use. I have some accessories, but it's just this board that, you know, you can do almost anything with, and it folds up. It's really, really cool. If you live in like a small space or small apartment, you can set the resistance. You can do like dumbbell flies, chest flies, barbell rows, bent over rows. Those are like the same thing. Overhead press, bench press, squats, calf raises. It's barbell curls, dumbbell curls. You can do like all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty cool. But a lot of people have been asking me for this in the comments. Do not buy it from Amazon, though. Whatever you do, do not buy it from Amazon. Amazon Canada. It is $2,500 on Amazon Canada, or 1,045 USD from their website. So yeah. And with this one, you know you're getting the new second generation board. This is the Apollo Model 2. This one doesn't mention that it's the Model 2, and it's like double the cost. Who sells this? Is this sold by Amazon, or is it sold by... Is it sold by Amazon directly? Only 5 left in stock. Please do not buy this one. You are literally just giving away so much money if you buy this. Don't do it. But yeah, this is the thing I use. I also have like a pull-up bar. I've got a bunch of resistance bands, resistance band bar, adjustable dumbbells, ab roller. Once you go down that rabbit hole, you get a lot of shit. Canada says, did you stream the auto show? Yes, I streamed the auto show the last 2 years, and hopefully I can do it next year. Who's Josh says, damn, Amazon be doing the dirty work? Or whoever Amazon supplier is, right? Who's ever selling this to Amazon to sell or supplying them with it has a crazy markup on it. But yeah, I got it actually a little bit cheaper than this. Sometimes when you add it, the price fluctuates. 1,045. Let's see. Oh, nope, it's still 1,045. So yeah, do that. If you are, I have no complaints. Get up there. Anyways. Yeah, he says you need a home. Why the hell would me, of all people, need a home treadmill, Yahia? That makes no sense. Why would I get a treadmill? I walk so much. It's the last thing I want to do when I'm here. Oh, God, guys. Please stop complaining, or the mods are just going to beam you out. I don't even know what that's about. Message deleted. I don't know. Just stop posting a billion emojis if you know it's going to bother someone. Turner says you're not getting your steps in, Johnny. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Lisa says I prefer walking outside. So do I. I mean, maybe like a Peloton might be cool. Whippy Dude says, how's the after eights? They're almost done. I just ate 3 right before the stream. That might be a problem. Hey, Epic Nation HD is here. Liam. How's it going, Liam? What have you been doing lately? Look at this. The Toronto Masters. Johnny Strides, the Ken Continuum, Toronto Tech and Transit, Sapand. Live American Truck Simulator with Shaw Speak and Quest with James. I don't know who they are, but Live Wonderland. You went to Wonderland last day of Wonderfest. Wasn't that Winterfest? Is that Sapand streaming right there? That looks like that might be Sapand. I don't know. It looks cold. That's all I could say. It looks cold. Was it fun? Was it worth going? Live drive and walk around Canada's Wonderland. It was with Sapand and Mike Toronto Vibes 416. So I've met him. Nice guy. How has Henry been doing? Has Henry, I think he's taken a little bit of a break, right? Last time live Boxing Day at Pacific Mall, North America. Yeah, I need to get to Pacific Mall. But hopefully Henry comes back. Epic Nation says he's sick. Sorry to hear that. And someone mentioned this guy was live earlier today. NYC Exploring Manhattan Sunday night. Epic Nation says he made a post. See how out of the loop I am? Good day, my beautiful friends. I am under the weather, so unfortunately won't be streaming. It really sucks that I can't be out there. Miss you all. I must do the responsible thing. Yes, 100%. Take care of yourself first. Man, that sucks to be sick on New Year's. Epic Nation says Jeff did Uber Eats. Yeah, that I watched that actually. Jeff has this channel, Beers and Cheers, Jeff Lepard. But he did he has Beers and Cheers too. And he did a live stream where he did Uber Eats. So he literally like just drove, looks like he might need to wipe his camera lens down. I've had that problem before. But that's like a neat idea. Do you guys, should I do that? Lisa says no. I made it a poll. Should I do an Uber Eats video or stream? Like, should I sign up for this? Apparently, he made very little money from what I saw. Phuket Walk says it's the windshield. Something was causing the light to do that. Alex says give it a try. George says Jeff is cool. Yes, yes. You could just do it on. My problem with doing it on the bike, though, is... Well, my problem with it in general is it looks like hard work, and I don't know if I want to do anything that, you could call hard work. The other thing is, at least in a car, You're not like going up to someone's door, giving them their food. That's probably against Uber Eats' like terms of service anyways. You're not like doxing them, but you're like, hey, the person who lived here just ordered KFC and now the whole world knows. At least in the car, like the camera's just fixed on the windshield. It's pointing straight ahead. You hop out, you make your delivery, you come back into your car. Nobody really has any right to complain or say anything. Like you didn't really out anyone. Lisa says, yeah, just throw shit at the wall. Why not? So I don't know. I think doing it in a car is the way to do it if you're streaming. But if you're making a video, you can always just cut out, like if you accidentally catch someone's face or their address, you can always just cut that out of the video, right? That's not a big deal. Mr. Sunjib asking if I've been to Canada's Wonderland. Yes, but I want to go back for Alpine Fury. Alpine Fury looks friggin' fantastic. So I want to ride that. I got to ride the Behemoth 1,000 times because that's the best ride there. And a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully not ride Top Gun or Time Warp. Hopefully those are ripped out and sent to the pits of hell. They're literally the worst rides on planet Earth. But yeah, cool idea for Jeff. Beers and cheers. Canadian Vasily has an Alpine Fury sweater already. Muhan says, what do you put in your coffee? Just 2 sugars or sweeteners and some good old milk. 72% of you said yes. 28% of you said no. How do you sign up for that? How do I sign up to do Uber Eats in Canada? Let's let AI answer this. Sign up as an independent courier. Yes, you must be independent. We don't want to have to like pay you any benefits or anything should anything go wrong. Download the Uber app from Google or Apple. Cool. Upload a valid full-class driver's license. Can do it. Vehicle insurance with your name. Well, I would just use an e-bike. Social insurance number. Proof of work eligibility. What is that? Do I just write I am eligible to work? Consent to screening. Got nothing to hide. That's pretty standard. Submit a photo of yourself. Done. Wait for your documents to be reviewed and approved. Complete a road safety quiz. Accept the terms of conditions and conditions. Display the 2 Uber stickers that are mailed to you. You can start receiving delivery requests after you get a notification that you're an active delivery driver. You can turn delivery requests on and off as you wish. So really, I can like just turn this on whenever I want and just like do some Uber. That's cool. That's cool. Maybe I should do this. Deliver what you want. Work on your schedule. Choose your wheels. Depending on the rules in your city, you may be able to deliver on your car, bike, or scooter. Earn good money. Define good. Define good. You'll make money by bringing people the things they love. Between deliveries, it's just you. Jeff apparently said something kind of disturbing. He said he only gets tips like half of the time on his deliveries. Really? Like, I tip like automatically every single time someone delivers me food. It's like, I don't know. I think tipping has gone way too far in society, but if someone's like bringing you food, like to me, that's a tippable action. Gertej made his own account. Who's just said, no, I'm just looking this up. How much do you guys tip? If they came a really long way, or if it's like a snowstorm or bad weather, I usually tip $5. If it's like I just ordered a $15 meal from across the street because I was lazy, I tip like $2 or $3. Sometimes one time in like a really bad snowstorm, I tip 10, but they don't see your tip till after. But like I always tip something. Like I never like not tip. So to find out that like half of the time people like don't tip at all is kind of crazy. Who's just says I agree, tipping culture is getting out of hand. Like, yeah, I mean, I've made that argument before on stuff where like you do all the work like a takeout restaurant. We shouldn't be tipping Subway unless they go above and beyond. Canadian Vasily says, isn't Uber supposed to pay their employees? Oh, well, that's the whole point. You're not an employee. You're an independent contractor. Uber and like all those delivery companies, along with Lyft, have worked pretty hard to make sure these people aren't employees. Sheena Roberts tips 15% if the weather is really bad, as you can't drive and appreciate the drivers bringing you food. Yeah, that's fair. Lisa has this on full volume and you can hear me, but yeah, it ain't loud. Is the volume quiet? Lisa has this on full volume. It sounds okay on the big screen. Wuhan says Uber Eats is yeah, you're like an independent contractor, right? Which is just a way of saying, like, if you get hurt and you can't deliver food, there's no benefits to pay for you to replenish your salary while you're gone, right? Oh, you have no rights. If it's basically just a cop out at that. Ian McLeod says you tip 15% to make everyone like you. Tiana says, Johnny, my family is upgrading the TV this year. Which one should we go for? My advice is simple. If you live in a room as bright as the sun, then get a mini LED. If you don't live in a room as bright as the sun, get the biggest OLED your budget allows. Any OLED. They're all good. They're all amazing. LG G4, Samsung S90D, preferably the QD OLED screen, obviously, or the S90C, I think, is the one where you're really rolling the dice on that. Bravia 8 is good, although Jennifer Gala says, and I agree, it's not the best value. You're paying a Sony tax, but go OLED if you can. Get the biggest OLED you can afford. There's no such thing as a TV that is too small or that is too big. Like, get the biggest TV that'll fit through your door. You will get used to it. Jeanette, yeah, Samsung has some pretty sick QLEDs, but I would go OLED now if that were me. But if it's like a really, really obnoxiously bright room, or if the sun has direct access to the screen, that can actually hurt an OLED screen, in which case go mini LED. Lisa doesn't want a TV that big. Chris Mills says CES starts this week. You know, I was invited to CES. Maybe I can find this email. I don't want to accidentally pull something up here. All right. I wanted to make sure that like my personal emails won't going to appear on the screen. I don't know. This to me, I got this email. Hi, we are excited to invite you to the 2025 CES exhibition, where we will showcase our latest products and innovations. We'd love for you to join us. If you plan to attend, please kindly fill out the registration form using the link below. We look forward to seeing you at the event. What's going to happen if I click that link below? Jennifer Gala says, I'm going next year as well. They invited me. Imagine we meet there. That would be neat, but I imagine that I'm getting scammed here in some way. I imagine this is not legitimate. They're thinking, let me just see. Wow, that link is people's names, email addresses, and phone numbers that they have filled out. It's literally just a spreadsheet that says CES exhibition attendee registration. You would never do that. You would never invite people that way. That is such a load of BS. So yeah, that is Scam City right there. Do I have any other like scammy emails? I get so many. Dear Johnny Strides, I hope this email finds you well. I'm reaching out from Aura Pro Sauna, a newly launch-based business. Okay. That might be cool. Let me mark that. That one did not look. Maybe I shouldn't have read that. invitation. There's an AI company that wants to like license my whole catalog, and they're telling me I could get like $100,000 for it. I don't know about that. I got to read through the contract. Like, hell yeah, if that's true, but probably not. Partner with Moonpig. What is my email is just full of like bullshit fake sponsorship offers. It's kind of crazy, but Julie says that's exactly the kind of thing I think they would send us at work to test on phishing detection. I remember when my company would do that. They would send us emails, and if you didn't open it and correctly clicked report as spam, a little thing would pop up like, congratulations, you just didn't sell your company out. I just got a message. You have over 300 people watching. Cynthia says, no, it's not selling it's letting them like use it. There's a big problem where AI companies are like scraping other people's information, but they're not paying for it. So this company, I don't know. I have like a call with them tomorrow. Long story short, I'm going to have the contract looked over by someone who knows what they're doing. Jennifer Gallus says, stop the FOMO. Caleb and Brian's Tech Therapy are there, and they want me to go there next year at 9:30. They have a live stream from Vegas on the Stop the FOMO channel. It's very interesting. Neat. I want to see Samsung offer their high-end TV in a matte finish and a glossy finish next year. That's all they have to do. I think it was pretty divisive, the S95D. Lisa says, I had a colleague click on something she shouldn't have, and the number to call support popped up. I told her not to call that and to just close her laptop, and she called the number. Yeah, and she got someone with a not-so-American accent probably saying their name was Dave in Texas, asking to install like TeamViewer or something to access their system, right? I'm sure it was something like that. Canadian Vasily says, how about the Terrace TV from Samsung? I saw that on Mr. Who's the Boss, right? The Terrace Outdoor TV. It's literally just a TV designed to be used outdoors. But what's cool about it is it's super effing bright, and it has good contrast, and it's like fairly weatherproof. So I think it's a pretty cool TV. Jennifer said, I heard Samsung QDs are going non-glare panels only and 4,000 nits. They should offer both. Like, the non-glare panels do have elevated blacks, and some people just like, it's off-putting for some people. Some people love them, but give people the choice. They're the only ones doing that. Chris Mill says, call Center Farm. Yep. Yeah, there's Canada Customs is holding a package for you, or like DHL. I love it when the message is in like Chinese for 20 seconds, and that's like, this is DHL. There is a package for the person at this phone number, and we need to release it. Please call us. And it's like, why was the first 20 seconds in like Mandarin? And why didn't you have my name? And why didn't you send an email? These companies always send emails when this type of thing happens. No, it's just I don't know. Anna loves to watch the videos from Scanner. You know, Scammer Payback. I don't know. I just find this guy to be not as funny as this guy. This guy is the best for scam baiting, Kitboga. He is absolutely hilarious. I don't know who came first, who did it first. They're both very similar channels, but this guy has me in stitches every time I watch it. Turner says, more of a Kitboga kind of guy myself. Yeah. This guy is hilarious. Sometimes he'll pretend he's like a little old lady, and he'll put on like a voice modulator to change his voice. And then he'll be like, okay, I'm going to Walmart to get the Google Play cards. And he'll literally play a driving game with like engine sounds, and he'll pretend he's driving to the store. And he'll make that scammer wait like hours and hours and hours on end. And then when he's like scratching off the codes on the Google Play cards to like give to the scammer in India, he'll just like redeem it himself on his computer in front of them, which makes it useless for them to do it. And he'll just piss them off and like, oh, I don't know. This guy, he just gets me. He's hilarious. I love that he wastes so much of the scammer's time. And I just think he's like a funnier. No offense to Scammer Payback. I just don't have time to watch his channel. But it's kind of like there's two channels that are very similar. There's Drew Gooden. There's another guy who has very similar humor and like the same speech patterns, and he makes the same kind of videos. I'm sure he's not Curtis Connor. I think it's Danny Gonzalez. I don't know. Drew Gooden is hilarious, but this guy, I watched one of his. He literally like sounds exactly the same the way he talks, but he's funny and his videos are entertaining. But he's kind of like the Scammer Payback to Kitboga to me, right? Like it's almost the same, but not as good. RMX of Nothing says one of my favorites. Turner says, yeah, the fake redeems are hilarious. The scammers lose their mind. I love it when they just start swearing, like, because their English isn't their first language, so they're kind of limited in how they can express themselves, as if I'm much better. Muhan says, Johnny, did you ever get scammed? No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been scammed. Epic Nation HD says Kitboga was created before Scammer Payback. There's also a Scottish guy who actually got scammed himself and lost his entire YouTube channel, Jim Browning. It's kind of very ironic that he got scammed, but he has done some really hardcore stuff. Like, he literally hacks the computers of the scammers and like turns on their webcams so he can see what they look like and he can see everything going on in their scam call center. He's done some really, really hard hitting like investigative work, but his stuff is really good as well. Math Doctor says, you didn't get scammed in Bangkok, Sir Johnny? No, I'm aware of all the Bangkok scams. Oh, the palace is closed today. It's National Buddha Day, all that bullshit. Maybe I've been scammed in like a taxi where they took me for a bit of a ride and I spent a few extra dollars, but no, I've been pickpocketed. Just reading some of your messages. Canadian Vasily says, look up Pleasant Green. Also does some of the scammer baiting. Pleasant Green. Hey, we have 304 viewers. Holy shit. Thank you so much, guys. I've never even heard of this channel. He's got 1.23 million. Maybe like I've seen a video at some point, but I don't know how we got on this like scam baiting topic, but I like a good scam bait. Anyways, let's see what's going on in the city of Toronto. Fox and Fiddle location in Toronto suddenly shuts down. That's the location at John and Adelaide. There's no way that one shut down. I think they're talking about the one at Wellesley. An iconic member of Toronto's Fox and Fiddle fleet suddenly closed its doors, and it left plenty of party people scrambling to make New Year's plans. That's got to be the one on Fox and the Fiddle. Wellesley cemented itself as a go-to spot in the church. Yeah, it's that one that closed down, not this big, huge one on John Street. Why are you showing a picture of this blog, T.O.? Boo. Lazy reporting. Just reading some of your messages. Mr. Sunjib says, Johnny, can we do some comments? Maybe we'll do some comments. It's been a while since we've done comments. Ontario now allows developers to build huge towers made of wood. It's about time. There's already some down on the waterfront. Swanky Toronto penthouse listed for $2.2 million offers panoramic views of the city. 38 Widmer Street. This luxurious penthouse is just a quick walk away from local attractions like the Princess of Wales Theatre, Scotiabank Theatre, TIFF Lightbox, and also Pie and Aloe. $2.2 million for a condo. And what are your monthly maintenance fees going to be? That's just going to be Looney Tunes. Who the hell can afford that? Toronto Bakery could be forced to demolish addition built during the pandemic. Ontario nuclear generator shut down permanently after over 50 years. Good. Salt sold at Loblaw stores across Canada recalled for plastic fragments. That's kind of concerning. Anna says it's cheaper to buy a luxury house in Texas. It is. Air Canada and WestJet just ranked among the worst airlines for cancellations. No shit. I could have told you that. I don't even need stats to tell you that. Here's when Doug Ford is expected to send out $200 checks to Ontario residents. You mean bribes? How is this not a bribe? Like, what is the deficit? Why are you sending people $200? How much is it going to cost to administer that $200? Just spend it on healthcare, you fucking idiot. Holy shit. You can't teach stupid. Toronto Garden Center around for, like, seriously, whose life is getting made better because Doug Ford sent you back $200 in the grand scheme of things? Like, that's as petty as his buck of beer thing. Tiana says Doug Ford and Kim Jong-un look like cousins. Probably. Anyways, yeah, like, that is like a low enough amount that it costs so much just to administer it that it's not even worth doing. Yet, we don't pay doctors, nurses, paramedics nearly enough. Go to an emergency room and you wait 13 hours. Okay, that's fine. We'll give everyone $200. I want their votes. Chris Mills says total cost $3.2 billion. Yeah, it's like waiving the license plate sticker fees. Like, what did that do? It just cost the government a whole lot of money. It didn't help anyone. It's just a stupid fucking thing he did, among many other things. Turner says it's crazy. He's also not sending out, he's sending out physical checks and not e-transfers. All around a terrible idea. Yeah, at the very least, if you're going to do it, make it like when you get your GST refund from the government, right? It should just like poof, electronically transfer into your account. An actual check. I'm going to take my $200 and I'm going to donate it to Cycle TO. And I'll do that very publicly because let's put that money to good use. Chris Mill says, or is that for bike lanes? Anyways, where are we? What's going on? Reddit. I took this photo up Yonge Street. There's Nordstrom. There's Dundas Square. That's kind of a cool photo. We haven't had a chance to ride them yet, and they're already breaking down. Is that line 6? Yeah, this fleet is going to be pretty old, right? By the time it even opens up. Maybe they're testing the recovery vehicle. Everyone assumes the worst, but I'm still optimistic that it'll be up and running. You know what? That's not a bad comment, right? There's going to be situations where they're going to have to like hook these things up and drag them out to fix them. This might just be that, right? They're testing their ability to like extract an LRT that broke down. That could be a very good comment right there. Let's not assume the worst. Although it is Metrolinx, it's probably the worst. Another speed camera gone. Avenue Road. Oh yeah. Cam says you still haven't gotten your mail from Canada Post yet. Weird. Yeah, my mailbox has been empty. I've had like a few flyers and that's it. TTC says there will never be 0 subway slow zones despite progress in cutting them. Why would that be the case? I was on the train today just thinking how like pathetic it is that it takes so long to get from Eglinton to Bloor. And here it says 15 minutes for Eglinton to Bloor Yonge is unforgivable. I wish it only took 50. Yeah, usually it's like 20 to 30. And how the hell has this gone on for so long? Hey, Doug Ford, if you want to meddle in like local shit and get people moving, fix this. Like, do it. People will actually be supportive of that. There's like a guaranteed home run for you, but of course he won't do that because he doesn't care about transit riders. Dufferin Gate. That's pretty. That's a look north up Dufferin. There's a streetcar turnaround loop. Pretty cool photo. Apparently there are still some idealists living in Toronto. For 1 minute, please stand here in silence and look at the sky and contemplate how awesome life is. That's cool. Did anyone actually do that? But I think sometimes we need to do that. Mike T says, so what are the slow zones? I think there's like 15 or 16 of them where apparently the track isn't in like a good enough state where trains can go at full speed. So instead they slow down to an absolute crawl, often starting and stopping. You know, it's not like line 1 moves more people than the 401 because it totally does. But it's been going on for a very, very, very long time. But why? That brings me back to that. Why can't they all be fixed and it run properly? Like, this is a relatively new thing. The agency has cut the number of reduced speed zones from a peak of nearly 3 dozen during the summer to only 10 as the new year begins. The zones are areas where the trains must slow down because the tracks are in need of maintenance repair. The bad news is slow zones are likely here to stay permanently to help minimize the strain on the older sections of track. They're also likely to increase after the TTC's upcoming spring geometrics. This is so unacceptable. Transit advocates in the city are frustrated by that position, saying that while some zones are temporarily justifiable, which makes sense, the ultimate target should be 0. I think their goal is ridiculous, said transit advocate Steve Monroe. Yeah, this is a video topic worth exploring, right? If only I had the skill to do that kind of video without just me ranting in front of the camera for a while. Discussion, Toronto in Bowling for Columbine. That's an old movie. By the way, I finally saw the Saturday Night Live movie. It's excellent, by the way. Just a totally unrelated thing. Inside Toronto paramedics' ongoing overtime revolt. You mean how poorly treated and underpaid and overworked they are? Just like the rest of the healthcare workers? Should TTC provide refunds for service delays? Some riders think so. There should be a way that if you're on the TTC and there is a delay, you just tap on your way out and you get like your trip refunded to you, right? Lisa says, hey, you're a master of editing with cuts now. You could totally do a transit video. Maybe now that the transit master has left the building, right? I did a video with Reese a few years ago, and he didn't explain what he's doing or where he's going, but apparently this is it for his YouTube channel. 324,000 subscribers. And he gets 50,000 views per day. Those are long form views, not shorts reviews, which don't really count. That's more than I get. I don't get 50,000. I think, what do I get? Let's call myself out. And he's walking away from this. This is like most people like who do YouTube like would consider that like just, yeah, I only get 34,000 a day. So he's got an immensely successful channel, especially since he doesn't have the luxury of like cranking out videos every day like a walking tuber channel would do. And so to walk away from that is pretty crazy. Turner says he didn't close the door on me. No, he said there was a few like passion projects he would like to work on and complete. But if you read some of his like texts and comments, it seems like he's pretty much done. Julie says, also annoying that the slow zones aren't reflected in the trip planner, so it's impossible to figure out connection times or like total trip times. Like, how is 0 slow zones an unrealistic goal? Toronto Spot says your last vlog was amazing and new to your channel. We need more vlogs, not walks only. I have mixed feelings on that. I've been doing like walking videos for the last 5 years, pretty much only that. It's nice to do different stuff, but if it's you know, it's not a Johnny Strides isn't a channel about me. Maybe Johnny Stumbles is. Maybe that's where like a vlog type video belongs. But to do regular vlogs on that channel would have to be like more about the city and less about me. Like, you know, I have some ideas for that, but it's not going to be so much about me and my life as much as it is life in the city and making the city front and center. And there's not going to be more than like 1 or 2 a month of that style of video. Sapand at 279. Go Leafs go. Hello, Sapand. Thank you for the 279. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. Thank you, Sapand. Whippy Dude says, did the TTC finish their new signal system? The ATC automatic train control? I think they did. Let's make sure I don't fuck something up here and get... All right, Mr. Sunjib asked to do some comments. We have not done comments in a while, so... As David Letterman would say, letters. We got letters. We get lots and lots of letters. Well, we could say the same thing about comments. I last went through the comments a few days ago. Phuket Walk says, would you have the time to do regular vlogs on Stumbles? No, I don't have time to do anything on Stumbles. I just do stuff whenever, wherever. This channel is really kept afloat by these Sunday night lives. I don't really think this is appropriate for the main channel because we kind of shoot the shit and talk about other stuff. That's why I do that or do this on this channel. But I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't matter. I could just do everything on the other channel and like close this channel and it really wouldn't matter. I don't know. Mike T says stacks and stacks of letters. There we go. There we go. I used to have it in my mind that there was like a clear division between the two channels and like only certain content would go on that one and only certain content would go on this one. And honestly, now I just don't care. Like, as long as it gets uploaded, I don't care. That's why I put some different stuff on this channel. Pine Soul says, did you watch the new Squid Games? I'm like 4 episodes into it. They're just in to game 2 of the new games. Math Doctor says these Sunday jams are good for community building. Yeah, for me, it was just a matter of this stream usually when it started bounced around and was on different nights. It wasn't always Sunday night. But the one time I was consistently home was Sunday night. It was the one time where I didn't want to like go out and do anything. So it just made sense to like make it predictable and regular and do it on Sunday nights. Iden Thompson McGuire, great video. Love the Chinatown area. Thank you. That was my video today. This is awesome with regards to the tiny homes video. That video just picked up a whole lot of steam again. I think it's at 1.8 million views. And then version 2, I don't know a thing about physics and engineering, but could this be made with a recumbent bicycle seat just to higher up? There's a lot of great comments on here that I just can't address or get to. Hopefully someone who knows what's up can do that. Emily Fox Seaton says, ha, the Lou review, very helpful. I'll be heading to London this year by myself. Your vids have been helpful. Let's do the glad you found it helpful lazy auto reply. We can see how many of these replies are nonsensical. Cinderella says, you are an amazingly amazing human. I think she's talking to Ryan. I'll heart that. Sweet porta potty. I think you meant potty, P-O-T-T-Y. I hope the Cameron gets a loving restoration and a future. I do too, Original Tommy. That's the Cameron on Queen West. What is that? So many people are asking me what that exercise machine is. I should just make a video of it. Like, here's the exercise machine. Here's where it is. Here's where I got it from. I'm not in any way, shape, or form qualified to review it, but I should just make one on the Stumbles channel, and I can just link people to it. Christopher Watkins says, do you have a blooper type reel video? No, I don't. I tend to keep the bloopers in the videos. Unless you're talking about the vlog video, that was like off the cuff. Nothing was scripted. I did everything in like one take. And then you can tell I clearly cut some stuff out. Like My first cut of that video was like an hour and a half. Like, it was literally me making the smoothie, explaining every step, me working out, explaining every step. I was going to cut some things out, and then, 10 minutes making the smoothie cut down to like 30 seconds. An hour and 15 minutes working out cut down to like 2 minutes. So it was kind of fun learning on like what to cut down and stuff. I love this area. Favorite place to see on your walks. Thank you, Nostalgia. I was worried that like I've done a little bit too much Queen Street West lately. I was like, back here again, but glad that it was somewhat well received. Nice video. Interesting seeing how neighborhoods change. Thank you, Marty. Aaron says, nice route. I ride my bike up that ravine to get to the Beltline Trail. It's a little hidden gem in the middle of the city and a nice amenity to have there. We're really lucky the Spadina Expressway was never built. Yeah, we're super lucky that didn't happen. Thank you, YouTube AI, for the response. I'm going to skip that comment. 10 out of 10 for this guy's innovative idea, but 0 out of 10 to the world and society that some have to think to live in this tiny house. That's a comment I can get behind. Someone wrote, how sad. Hey, Amoyo, you were in the chat earlier. Just catching up on your videos again, and it's super cool to see my artwork I did for you at 2122 still being able to put to use. Thank you so much. Let me know if and how you'd like to be credited. There we go. Put the ball in her court. I will get that reply. Nice work. Random Stuff Man says, thanks. That's in response to my vlog. Hi, Johnny. Another awesome video. Thank you. We got a Russian comment. So what I do... Oh, I'm not using Google Chrome. I can't just auto-translate it. But I recognize the name. This person always says something like nice and positive, so I'll just heart them. Starling says, Johnny Stumbles, are you going to go live in a blizzard this year? If one happens when I am around with the camera in hand, I will do that. Time to go to the grapefruit bubbly. Dare I ask, how were you allowed to make that announcement? Toronto spots for the last vlog and the upcoming ones. Thank you so much for the $5. Cheers, Toronto spots. Thank you. Dare I ask how you were allowed to make that announcement? In certain parts of the world, what I did was very illegal. You're not allowed to sit in a flight attendant's jump seat. You're not allowed to get on the radio communications. But apparently, in this part of the world, I was over Vietnam. I was flying from Thailand to Vietnam. It's perfectly fine. The head flight attendant asked me to do it. Well, apparently... it's fine to do that in that part of the world. Hey, when in Rome, right? I mean, the flight attendant, they gave me the front row of business class. It wasn't really like what it sounds like, but they gave me like a nice seat. They let me do all this neat stuff. So that's one of the few times I've been like treated pretty coolly by a business. Does that make any sense? Musk needs to team up with this man. What a hero. What would Elon Musk do? Like make all the homeless people in these things like go to work and make them work 14-hour days and then tell them that's not enough and make them work some more? I don't know. While telling them he's an expert at manufacturing. Like if he needs to give him some financial help, sure, but I don't think Elon Musk has anything to offer him of value. The iconic McDonald's at Queen and Spadina. Positive term, iconic.
For the last vlog and the upcoming ones, smile.
Ooh, this is a very long comment. But this was a very excellent comment. I read this earlier. I'm just going to reply... Thanks for sharing. Not in all caps. But yeah, that was a pretty cool comment. Housing crisis is all you hear these days. Some people must not be very smart, or they are taking us, the taxpayers, for fools. Look around, all sky-rise condos. The density is pushed to the max. What more do you want? They never solved this fake problem anywhere in the world. People wanting to live in places where they're not qualified to make enough money move. Well, a lot of those condos are owned by the few, by investors, by people who don't even live in Canada. They're not built for families. They're all like studios and one bedrooms. They're also very unaffordable in line when compared to the average salary of the city. So yes, we very much have a housing crisis because the amount of people we have and the amount of housing stock we have and how much people make and how much the housing costs does not line up. It is a massive imbalance. So housing crisis is very much a correct term to call it. But I'm not going to respond to that comment. We'll just let him have his thoughts. As dumb as they are. You're allowed to have dumb thoughts. So am I. Another great walk. Queen Street West was cooler back in the old days. Less so now, sort of jumped the shark. I don't disagree with you. I'm going to say it's definitely changed a lot over the years. We'll say that. Quality is amazing, much better than full HD. Thanks. We're going even higher on the next one. If the government doesn't give incentives to preserve old buildings or even to rebuild in a style that looks historic. I don't really like that last part. Queen Street West will be less traveled as the old buildings are part of the experience. Don't hate the comment overall, but I think building new buildings to look like old buildings is not the best way, but we should definitely have higher standards with new builds. Ryan, you are what all people should be, heart. Then it would be a better world. I don't disagree with that. That man is all heart with the best intentions. I know that this would work and there's no excuse for not providing basic safe shelter for everyone. Bless you. Yeah. At a bare minimum, people should have that. Gracious Johnny S. Now you're traveling through my stomping grounds. I was just down in that area and it's almost unrecognizable except for Steve's music. Anyway, for instance, the corner of Spadina and Queen used to have a TD Bank on the southwest corner. Yeah, that's now an Ontario line station. Hey, there's no auto reply here. I'll heart that comment. Okay, I need someone to explain why Canada seems to suck without it turning into... Oh, God. I'm like debating, do I delete this comment or just move on? I mean, I'm a free speech absolutist to a degree, but that's a pretty... Jeanette Morales, $5. I enjoyed the replay of the stream in your aquarium video. Thanks for continuing to enhance the viewer experience. Jeanette, if you are there, thank you so much. I'm going to pin your comment. Thank you, Jeanette. I don't know if you're out there in viewer land. Not New York says, yeah, I rewatched the 1440p stream from the other day with high bitrate, and it was impressive to say the least. Thank you. It's really not so much about the resolution as it is about the bitrate. Like, a 1080p Blu-ray will look better than a 4K movie on Netflix of the same movie. It just will. Like, you really need to push the bitrate, not so much the resolution. So that, like, there's other 1440p streams out there, but I want to see how high of a bitrate I can get away with without, you know, not being able to deliver it, or YouTube servers choking, or if YouTube encodes it in such a way that, you know, people's devices can't handle it. But we're going to keep going. We're going to see how good we can push it. Muhan says, do I use Bell when I live stream outside? That's one of the carriers I use. Thank you, Sheena. She says, the stream looks fab at 1440p. Great clear picture quality. Thank you. Queen West in the 80s was surreal, especially if you're looking to buy a pair of Doc Martens. It's funny they said that, because I once went to Queen Street West with a girlfriend in like 1997 to like get outside shoes to buy some Doc Martens. Christo says, I don't really find 4K that much better. It all comes down to like the distance you sit from your screen and the quality of your screen and the quality of the content. Like on my 60-inch or 65-inch OLED, I sit about 6 feet from it, and I can definitely tell the difference. But on my phone, I can't tell the difference between like a good 1080p and 4K. On a smaller screen, I can't. On my computer monitor, 1440p is about where I stop seeing the difference. I can't really tell 1440 from 4K. It's really sad. Queen Street was great back in the day. Now there is no soul there, just despair. Less soul, not no soul. It's still got Graffiti Alley. It's still got like a lot of like kind of independent stores that are pretty cool. They're just further west than they used to be, right? The cool stuff doesn't start at University anymore. It starts at like Bathurst. Sheena says, I just got a YouTube notification saying you liked my comment. Glenn says, I remember when the 401 was 2 lanes. Johnny Strides, how do you do the streaming at 1440p or more? I just do 720 or 1080. You can use other apps. Prism is quite limited in that regard. I'm going to give a very vague answer there. I play ice hockey at this rink at 3 a.m. All right. This is going to be a great walk around Toronto and Alexandra Park. Have a great walk today. Thanks. Oh, you didn't even watch the video yet. Shepard says very good quality and much more pleasant than full HD. Full HD is 1080p. Dylan Reynolds says good morning, everyone. I would need to go on a day when there's very few people, a kid-free day. No offense, but I don't disagree with you. I think that might have been a little more enjoyable. The good thing about kids, though, is they don't really get in the way if you're, like, tall enough. Very well done. Could you please add a portable toilet, a sink so the occupant can towel wash, and solar panels on the roof for power? I don't think the solar panels would be a good idea, but the other two, they've been thought of, and they're being worked on. Hi, Johnny. Great live stream. Thanks. Please give Johnny a like. Thank you, Michelle. We have no juicy comments here. My home Wi-Fi is the bare minimum, and do understand why I have tied to view and almost immediately dropped. But on this stream, I'm at 1440 and it's holding. That jelly bean is a real sweetheart. Looks like Toronto may not have the snow. She did buy me a hot chocolate on that stream. All right, more. Look at all these. Most of the comments I get these days are on those 2 videos I made. Should have fueled up for the stream with some soup dumplings at Juicy Dumpling. Been in the background since last year, and I got to say that I'm thoroughly impressed with how well you do. Thank you, Blacklist Love. The kitchen in your apartment looks like my dad's old apartment kitchen, and even the bathroom in here is also dirty than my dad's bathroom. All right, we'll just keep rolling through that comment. Will you get a motorcycle? I don't live in Thailand. That was an April Fool's joke. I'm just not going to reply to that. That bench contraption and cables low-key looks useful. I was skeptical when you pulled it out. Thank you. Amsterdam can't be real. It just can't. Brilliant bike infrastructure, trams, beautiful urban density. That's why it's kind of like the gold standard on urbanist or in urbanist circles. Julie says, I watched 1440 and it was very good. Looked crisp and the colors were good. However, something I noticed before you've streamed with... I read your comment where you were mentioning things were kind of waving. I don't see it myself, Julie. It looked fine to me. The geometry of stuff didn't have that GoPro effect. But I will get back to you if I can figure out why you're seeing that effect. Raz says, can we see some audience demographics? Maybe we'll do that in a future stream. I don't really feel like pulling that all up right now. I've done that in the past. I used to play in Cedarvale Park when I was young, like 70 years ago. There was an outdoor skating rink, and we also tobogganed down the hill. Neat. Ready for a dumb question? Yes. When you are videotaping or live streaming a walk, how do you keep the camera or phone so stable? A gimbal or a monopod on wheels? I use 3-axis gimbals. Cheers. Not 4-axis. 4-axis would look like too smooth. Another awesome video. 2025 will bring us both many new adventures to film. That sounds like a thinly veiled attempt to advertise your own content, but it's a nice message, so I'll heart it. This was a great video. Nice to see your daily routine. Watching your workout alone was enough to make me not want to work out. Hey, there was someone was like, so this is how old people work out? For the people commenting on like me being thoroughly exhausted, if you're not thoroughly exhausted, if you don't hate your life, you didn't really work out, right? Like when I do my weighted vest planks, as soon as it starts to feel like I can do it, like that, not that it was easy, but I made it through without struggling, I increase the time that I do it, or I increase the weight. It's called progressive overload, right? As soon as you can do like your barbell curls and they're too easy, you got to keep moving up the weight and not stopping. Again, progressive overload. That's kind of how you get stronger and build muscle. You just don't do the same thing over and over and over again without doing it. Nice to see a lot of kids, but one day a week should be kid-free. Did you see any octopus? I did not. Not that I know of. We'll add a period to that. Thanks, YouTube. Lisa says energizing is more the aim for me. Yeah, that's what I'm doing it to like get stronger, but if you're doing it for other reasons, then yeah, then you don't want to always make it progressively harder. But I was talking in terms of like, you know, building muscle, getting stronger and that sort of thing. Wow, thanks Johnny for the interesting and well done video. Super walking with you. Thank you. George Aquarium is just a bit bigger, but it's all the same stuff. I kind of find that's true of all aquariums. Other ones I've been to. Video was a good idea. Thank you. Your Thailand content was so enjoyable. Would love to see you explore other areas of the world. I'm sure I will. Thank you. Thanks, Strides. Now all you need is the inflatable doll. Using just the hand all the time, it's so boring. I'm not saying that's not my kind of humor, but I am saying I wish I didn't read that. I'm kidding. Single life is the best. I'm thinking about divorcing my ass and living the life like you do. I'm conflicted. Do I heart that comment? Sure, why not? Ashley Stewart says, this was so different and yet so much fun to watch. I was laughing during a few of the parts, such as the alarm clock. The walking videos are enjoyable for me because I find them relaxing. But this was super fascinating to see a bit more behind the scenes. I'm also fascinated to see what other people use to make videos on YouTube. I wouldn't exactly call myself a tech nerd, but I just find setup and gear so fascinating. Anyways, thanks for making this stuff. Thank you for watching. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Marty says, great video. You were shocked they charged $13.50 for a hot dog. Yeah, that was a combo though. I missed that. Marty says, great stream, successful experiment. Thank you. Lisa says, crystal clear stream, proof of your ongoing tinkering is still beneficial. Keep up the good work. Yeah, every once in a while I do something that is good. A lot of the while I do something that is bad, right? Like I fuck something up and that's it. Canadian Vasily, $5. Thank you, Canadian Vasily. Cheers to you. Malcolm says that smart exercise platform is really cool. Thank you again, Vasily. Moderator, welding that wrench. Ooh, I smell skunk. How many floors up are you? The view looks amazing. Well, I don't want to like dox myself because if I told you that, people familiar with the area would know my exact unit. I'm just going to skip that comment. I'm not going to delete it. You're allowed to ask whatever you want, right? But I'm allowed to not answer whatever I want. Interesting that Bark Restaurant doesn't require tips at 1717. I think the tipping culture has gone too far and it needs to end. It's not society's responsibility to deal with anyone's financial shortcomings. I don't disagree with that. The restaurant should just be paying a fair wage and letting the chips fall where they do. Mike T says, hey, what's your address and phone number? It's 555 5th Street. And my phone number is 555-5555. Christo says, can you throw water balloons from your apartment window? I could. Will I? No. Cam says, every time I say I smell skunk, people around you tell you it's weed in a condescending voice. Yeah, this is not weed. This is skunk. Tony says, anyone know if this is news? Breaking, Justin Trudeau expected to announce resignation. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I mean, he's overstayed his welcome. Let's hope it's true. Toronto Walker, $2. Hello, here's my first donation for 2025. Thank you, Toronto Walker. Cheers to you. What's the name, brand of that jacket? I don't even know how to say it. How do you spell it? Fajal Raven. I think it's Fajal Raven. Is that one word? Oh, it's all one word. It's actually pronounced Fial Raven. But a lot of people just say Fall Raven. I don't know. Thank you so much for the tour, John. Pretty cool. You're welcome. Once we get to the end of these Ripley's videos, we're going to stop the comments. Visited when it first opened. Thank you. You have no other jobs? Question mark. Well, I'm also Johnny Stumbles. Come on, let me link to myself. Come on, YouTube. Oh, boo. I'll just put that anyways. Let's just reply nope. Let's just reply nope. None of those options, Johnny. I want you to get back to the basics. This is when I posted that that poll of what I should do more of. I want you to get back to the basics at a now competent level and get more scooter bike walks in and around Toronto. I've been watching since 2019, and honestly, you're beginning to sit back and coast on the bread and butter stuff, which attracted me as a new viewer. Not interested in higher and higher tech content that matters. When was the last time you got on your bike or scooter? Think on. In fairness to me, I almost never do bike or scooter videos when it's freezing cold. This year isn't really any different than past years. Other than that, the content is pretty similar to what I've always done, but I will do better. Thanks for the feedback. Cheers. Like, seriously, thanks. If that's, I don't think Lorraine says rude comment. Like, I get it. He's kind of saying you're coasting, you're resting on your laurels a little bit, but like, I don't know. I'm doing what I've always done. Like McDonald's having a Big Mac and a cheeseburger. Is that resting on their laurels? Like, that's what they've always done. If you go back and look at my prior years, like once or twice in the winter, I do biking or scooter videos. Like I do not do a lot. Maybe just because I'm a wimp and I don't like when my nose runs, and it's hard to, it's not that I don't like riding in the winter. You absolutely can. And I do. But making a video is different because like my nose is running the whole time. I can't cover my face because then I can't talk because then everything's muffled. And if my face is exposed, then it's just like nonstop Niagara Falls of snot. And that's gross. And that's just me sniffling and like constantly like pulling out tissues or a handkerchief. It's like if I could just cover my face and go for a ride and be quiet, but that's not the kind of videos I do. So that's like my cop out of an answer, but we will do some walks or some rides in the winter. I'm just reading some of your comments. Jollykin says, another thing, take this respectfully. Why go to the bother of recording the fireworks at New Year's and then end the stream? That makes no sense to me because most people like turn it off after the fireworks. The whole point of like going outside is like the build up to 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year, fireworks, and then it just kind of fizzles out after that. And I made a video after that, so it's not like I stopped recording. I did my first walk of 2025 video right after that. So I did record. So I think splitting my time up between a stream and a video, especially when I do videos every day, and I did not have a video to post the next day, was actually the best thing for me to do. You can respectfully disagree with that, but I'm not going to keep live streaming after midnight when the viewership just drops off, when I could make a video for the next day. Like, that's just the way better course of action, in my opinion. Okay, I think you're just trolling now with your comments. Giant waste of space on prominent corners. You're right. Why did they build these glorified entry? Oh, that's with regards to Metrolinx. I don't know. Metrolinx is terrible. But like, what would you have seen after New Year's on my live stream? Me walking back to Union Station in a crowd of people? Like, let me make that a regular video. I already streamed for 2 hours at that point. I used to work at Bloor in Dundas Square, my old stomping ground. The area is ugly until you go south past Dundas. Oh, that's my video, The Ugliest Intersection. Thank you. All right. Happy New Year. I think we're at the end of doing comments here. Nice video. Good thing I didn't get the Hume over the holidays. By the way, they refunded me. They were giving 50% off, but the price was still $200 CAD. I was reluctant, almost didn't, but glad I didn't. What's the brand of your other one? My scale is a Renfo. And yes, you dodged a huge bullet. Not getting that POS Hume health scale. The machine is an Apollo squats. All right, Phuket Walk. Have a good night. Clayton Crawford, you do realize, and I seriously apologize for being a bearer of bad news, but on the upswing, I don't need to pay the price of the admission to wander through Ripley's Aquarium. Hi, Johnny. It's your boy, Tim T, just drinking an ice-cold vanilla cola. Zevia. Okay, let's just finish this on this comment. This is the last comment we'll reply to. My bachelor was $1,100 in 2021, and it's a 1920s building. What's so special about you for you to get this price 3 years later for the quality and location? Privilege? ? Do you guys not see anything wrong with this comment? Well, ... Had you have watched the video? Let's be nice. Let's kill with kindness. I've been here for over 10 years now, and it's a rent-controlled building. This was explained in the video. Cheers. Like, is she kind of implying, like, hey, you're a YouTuber, you're a white guy, here's a special rate in an apartment just for you, enjoy your privilege? Like, nobody is running their business like that. Like, what is she getting at with the word privilege there? I don't get it. Yes, there is such a thing in society, but no landlord is handing out cheap rent. Maybe she thinks this was like a nepotism deal, like my dad owns a building management company, but what kind of privilege would there be to get low rent other than like a family member giving you a deal or something? I don't know. That comment just rubbed me as like kind of ignorant, because like it was explained in the video, and what you're implying is kind of wrong and disturbing. Hey, Dude Does Dishes is here. Hello, Dude Does Dishes. You called in last week. And speaking of call-ins, let's do a few viewer phone calls to Finish off the night. Uh-oh, I'm not logged in. What is my password here? Unable to sign you in. Uh-oh. We have an emergency, folks. I don't know my password. Oh, my phone goes on this phone. Wait, one sec. How do I make this a speakerphone? Hello there.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, is this Dylan?
This is me again.
How's it going?
It's going great.
All right, so yeah, apparently I installed this app on my Galaxy S24 Ultra and not my iPhone where it normally is. I use the iPhone because it's got a very good speakerphone, but let's see if can you guys hear Dylan just okay? Let me know in the chat. Dylan, can you say something?
Hey, everybody.
All right, we're putting the S24 Ultra to the test. Sheena says yes. Dylan, can you tell us the phone number you called?
I called your number, and I actually had it saved in my contact list.
Can you let me know so I can put that on the screen for other people to call?
Yeah.
647.
I'm gonna call. I have my number right here.
No, I've got it. Thank you, Canadian Vasily. If you want to call in, the number is 647-247-3726. Well, Happy New Year, Dylan. Did you have a good New Year's?
Well, I had a good New Year's. I watched your live stream.
Cool. How did that go?
Well, yeah, it went good, and I also had some wireless headphones as well.
Neat stuff.
And we're watching the Maple Leafs game right now.
Cool. What's the score of the Maple Leafs game?
2-2 for both Toronto and Philly are tied right now.
Oh, Toronto and Philly are tied. I look over at my big screen TV and all I see is my my ugly face.
Yeah.
Scaring the entire world.
Yeah, and I would say that that one of the walks I was actually wondering you want to do at some point would be the walk around Bridletown Circle.
Where is that?
It's around Warden. If you go a little bit north it's north along Warden, and it's right around where Bench Avenue is.
Maps. Bridletown Circle. I'm kind of typing with one hand here. Bridletown Circle, Scarborough. So take a walk around. Oh, it's one of those peanut-shaped things. Yeah, there's a few of those in Toronto.
Yeah.
There's a few in North York as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we can. I might be live streaming from Scarborough later this week, so that might be something to check out.
Yeah, Bridletown Circle is actually my old neighborhood. That was actually my old neighborhood that I lived in my family lived in from 1999 to 2003.
Oh, neat. Well, we could consider checking it out, Dylan.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm gonna ask, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let us have it.
Yeah.
Do you have a joke for us?
I have a joke tonight.
All right.
Do you guys think the Toronto Maple Leafs are probably going to be a heavy favorite yet past? Do you guys think the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to lose in the first round again if they once again blow a 3-1 deficit?
Probably. They're not getting out of the third round.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a joke for us?
Like, how much? Yeah, I think John. I have my joke. Is John Tortorella behaving similarly to Donald Trump?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting more and more likely because we will be doing just. I have a lot of plans coming up for 2025, and one of the live, and I did a live stream on Canada Day. There's actually a little spot where you might actually have good signal.
Cool. In Pickering?
Yeah.
Neat. Well, Jimmy Tor for President of the United States, says Glenn. Well, Jellybean says hi. We're gonna move on to the next caller, Dylan. But thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, I'm the first caller tonight.
You are, and have an awesome start to your week because it is Sunday, the first day of the week. Don't let anyone tell you it's Monday. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan. Have a great night.
All right. Bye.
Bye. And if you want to call in, the number is 647-247-3726. I've got a few different callers. Hello there. I don't know how to use this. Incoming call. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Only your favorite moderator?
Is this Vasily?
Yes, sir.
You know, I don't like using this Android version of this app. It's very annoying. I had to press the hold button to answer this call, and now I can hear it beeping as other people call in.
Oh, you know what? I was about to say that your voice sounds worse through this than when you were calling on iPhone.
Yeah, I think it's just the app. So
Maybe.
I'll have it switched over to the Normally I'm an Android user, but I definitely prefer the other app. Someone's saying can barely hear you. Let me turn up my microphone a little bit.
That's weird. Yeah.
So what's
Just the Android app, I'm guessing.
Yeah, what's up, Vasily? This is our moderator, Canadian Vasily, by the way, everyone.
I just called to say hi and Happy New Year.
Hi, and Happy New Year to you. You didn't go live on New Year?
No, I was at home with family.
Yeah, I think who went live? Sapand, Tara, Ken, Ready Eddie.
The whole town. The whole city went live. I just rewatched all of the replays later on.
Jellybean says your attendance is bad. Pinesoul says iOS over everything. iOS sucks, for the record. Crikey says bye all. All right, Crikey. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, crikey.
Yeah, we're having a rough time with the Android Fongo app tonight. Well, do you have a joke for us, Vasily?
Why can't you trust atoms?
Why can't you trust atoms? Like ATOMS?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because they make up everything.
Ha! That's actually pretty good. Well,
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
yeah,
Ciao.
you'll see yourself out. All right, thank you, Vasily. Cheers to you. That was Canadian Vasily calling. If you want to, we'll take another caller too. If you want to call in, 647-247-3726 is the number. Oh, we've got a caller here from Hamilton. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Chris from Hamilton.
Chris, how's it going?
No, not too worse. Yourself?
Things are good. Things are good. New Year, we're 5 days in. Sapan just says the Leafs won.
Did they? Yeah. I'm watching U.S. and Finn right now.
Oh, cool.
My mom was born in Finland, so might as well cheer for them.
Yeah, go Finns. My mom was born in Scotland, but I don't cheer for them for anything. So
Well, they're not in anything.
that's
They have to be in something to cheer for it, right?
yeah. Maybe I don't know. What is Scotland good at? Like I don't. Well, they usually
the
go
high-
as
the high-
they usually go as part of Great Britain, right, in the Olympics and stuff. So I guess.
Maybe the Highland Games are good at.
Yeah, maybe but that's weird. They go as part of Great Britain, but they have their own national soccer team. So how does that work? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very weird what they're doing over there across the pond.
Yeah, like we go as Canada, but Quebec doesn't have their own team, you know.
Exactly.
They want to-
Exactly. You've got a very Canadian accent, I think. Has anyone told you that?
Oh. I never knew that, eh? Something new about me.
Yeah, there we go. So what's new in Hamilton?
No, not a heck of a lot. We didn't have any big celebrations like you guys do in Toronto. Don't have like City Hall or anything like that, so I just spent it with the family and neighbors.
No fireworks, no big blowout at Cops Coliseum, nothing.
No, not that I was aware of. No, just if there were any. It was just neighbors probably shot some off. Other than that, nothing happening.
Well,
Quiet here.
Ashley Stewart says curling, but not exactly an exhilarating sport to watch. Oh, there we go. We've Scotland is a separate nation. Look up the Scottish Parliament and the SNP party. All right, but I don't know how that works. We've been over that on this channel. You called in and you're getting a guy talk about Scotland, so that's what you get sometimes.
Yeah, well, you gotta learn something every day, right?
Or talk about something you have no idea and get dumber in the process. But that's
Yeah. Yeah, well, I just called to say Happy New Year to you and to everyone else.
well. Happy New Year to you too. And you know what I'm going to ask you?
Yes, I have one right here.
All right, let's have it.
I actually have one of those page-a-day calendars, and it's dad jokes from last year. So.
Well, let us have one or two.
All right. Yeah. What's another name for an iPhone power cord?
What's the name for an iPhone power cord? You got me.
Yeah, another apple juice.
Apple juice. All right. Well, you got another one?
Why did the belt get arrested? Like the belt you wear on your pants. Why did it get arrested?
Why did the belt get arrested? I don't know.
It held up a pair of pants.
It held up a pair of pants. Ha!
Ba-dum-bum.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and enjoy your week over in Hamilton.
Will do. You too.
All
Take
right.
care, everybody.
Cheers. Cheers.
Bye.
To the person saying the speaker comes out of the bottom, it's actually coming out of the top and the bottom. It's kind of like stereo sound. That's why I'm holding the mic kind of, or the phone in the middle. Let's do one more call. 647-247-3726, and then I'll let everyone be free. If you want to call in, that's the number. This will be the last one of the week. I need to get this app back over on the iPhone. Howard says, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm used to using this phone. The speakerphone is like super loud. We are not getting any calls. Maybe sometimes this app decides not to work. 647-247-37. Let me see if I can. Incoming call from Toronto. Hello there.
Hello there.
Okay, so I was able to call myself. All right, so we know it works. Maybe we'll just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Boom, phone is in flight mode. I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. I want to thank our mods, everyone who sent support, all the channel members and Patreon supporters. We still have 274 people watching. I want to thank those who called in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or as the Urbanity would like to say, bike and subscribe. Russell says, good laughs. Jeanette says, thanks, Johnny and pals. Medano says, cheers. Jennifer Gallus says, thank you. Enjoy the CES streams, Jennifer. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. There should be a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST, over on the Johnny Strides channel. Jellybean trolling with a $2 comment of a bunch of emojis. Thank you, Jellybean. We will... I will shamelessly say There's no limit to emojis if it comes in a super chat. How is that? If you want to send emojis, you got to pay for them. But thank you, Jellybean. Thank you so much, everyone. Have yourselves a good night. And I should have an intro, right? I should have an intro ready for this, or an outro. I can play the outro for my last live stream, but it's going to have the wrong date on it. All right, here comes the outro for the last live stream. It's going to have the wrong date. All right, cheers, guys. It's also not going to be formatted properly for the screen. So there's that. So we're not going to do it. We're just going to end it. Thanks a lot, guys. Yoink.